It's a clash of the legal titans in Season 2 of Matlock, where brilliance meets betrayal and every truth comes with a price. Matty and Olympia, two of the sharpest minds in the courtroom, are no longer just colleagues. They're rivals, friends, and sometimes enemies, dancing on the edge of trust and deception as the explosive Wellbrexa case takes center stage. The special Sunday premiere kicks things off with a tense showdown that's part courtroom chess match and part psychological thriller. Matty suspects that something dark is being buried, and she's right. Olympia knows Julian has hidden crucial Wellbrexa documents, but instead of exposing him, she's keeping quiet. Loyalty, it seems, has blurred lines in this legal war. Meanwhile, Matty, driven by her instincts and her sense of justice, is ready to go to the press, even if it means dragging Julian's name, and possibly Olympia's, through the mud. But while she's untangling one mess, another storm arrives on her doorstep. Joey, a man claiming to be Alfie's father, appears out of nowhere with an old iPod that supposedly belonged to Ellie. He insists he and Ellie were in love for 2 years, and that he's now clean. Matty's skeptical, of course. His story doesn't add up, and his timing couldn't be worse. She takes matters into her own hands, collecting a hair sample for a DNA test. If Joey's telling the truth, it could change everything, and not necessarily for the better. Through all this chaos, Olympia plays the part of the supportive friend. She comforts Matty about Joey, but she's lying to her face. She insists Julian would never conceal such damaging evidence. Instead, she subtly shifts the blame towards Senior, who seems to have a few secrets of his own, including a mysterious woman he met during a shady business trip involving big pharma executives. Determined to get to the bottom of it, Olympia sets out to uncover this mystery woman's identity. But first, she takes a critical step. She installs a safe in her own home to protect the Wellbrexa documents. Julian, panicked and reckless, wants to destroy them, but Olympia warns that shredding the evidence could land them both behind bars. Meanwhile, Edwin, always the voice of reason, warns Matty that taking the story to the New York Times could spell the end of her friendship and possibly her career. Matty, torn between truth and loyalty, finds herself walking a dangerous line. The case of the week adds yet another layer of drama. A teenage girl named Maya stands accused of setting her high school theater on fire after throwing an after-hours party. The official story blames a space heater, but investigators find traces of nitric acid, a known accelerant. Maya's future is on the line as her own best friend, Georgia, turns against her, claiming Maya had motive. She was jealous for not landing the lead in the school play. But as Matty and Olympia dig deeper, they uncover a twisted web of teenage lies. Georgia isn't the perfect witness she pretends to be. She had her own reasons to revisit the theater that night, to retrieve her hidden stash of cocaine. And Maya, far from being a jealous arsonist, was being blackmailed by a catfish boyfriend demanding crypto payments. As the courtroom battle heats up, so does the war behind the scenes. Olympia, determined to find the truth about Senior's secret woman, digs through his Rolodex, an old-school move that pays off when she finds the number for a flower shop he once used. But just as Olympia gets closer to uncovering the truth, Matty's ready to blow everything up by going to the press. Olympia blocks her, saying, "I'm not implicating the father of my children." It's a tense, emotional moment, one that underscores how personal this case has become for both women. To keep Olympia distracted, Matty confronts Senior head-on about how poorly he treats his son, Julian. The conversation quickly turns venomous, with Senior sneering, "Laws don't touch people like me." It's tough. It's the kind of line that chills the air and reminds us exactly what kind of power Matty's up against. Back in court, Olympia delivers one of her most brilliant performances yet. She grills Georgia until the truth spills out. The drugs, the lies, and the desperate cover-up. Then, with Matty's help, she demonstrates how the so-called arson was really just an accident. Using ping-pong balls filled with nitric acid, Matty recreates the fire in Olympia's kitchen, proving that Georgia brought them for a drinking game gone wrong. Combine that with the space heater, and the fire was inevitable, but unintentional. Maya is exonerated. Justice for now is served. But the real fireworks are still to come. Matty and Olympia's private investigation finally uncovers the identity of Senior's mystery woman, Deborah Palmer. Meanwhile, the DNA test confirms Joey's story. He is Alfie's father, and worse, he's not sober. In another shocking twist, Billy learns he's the father of Claudia's baby, and the two decide to reconcile and raise the child together. It's worth noting this episode was filmed before actor David Del Rio's firing following misconduct allegations. As the dust settles, Olympia convinces Julian to return to work under her guidance, not to redeem himself, but to spy on his father. It's a bold move that could either expose Senior or destroy them both. And then comes the biggest twist of all, as Matty and Alfie share a quiet, nostalgic moment listening to Ellie's iPod. Cue Florence plus the machine. We discover that Matty has been playing her own long game. During all the chaos of the fire demo and Olympia's distractions, Matty managed to open the safe. She swapped the original Wellbrexa documents with copies, keeping the real ones hidden. The betrayal stings. Olympia lied to her, and now Matty's ready to return the favor by going public. In the final moments, Matty sends an email to a New York Times editor, promising explosive evidence that will blow the Wellbrexa scandal wide open. The look on her face says it all. She's done waiting, done covering for anyone. Thank you for watching.